So this is Automobilista 1 with a mod car and a stage ripped from the original Richard Burns rally. Now, I hadn't played Automobilista 1 for a good few years, but Neil's impossible to spell surname for dyslexics put together this mod in order to demonstrate the impact of throttle input and how that affects driving. Go and watch his video, link in the description. This video is about something way more important. Throttle pedal torque denied. And what that more important thing is the fact that despite me not playing AMS1 for a really long time, and never doing rally in AMS1 actually, I was able to jump into this, and it took me about 25 minutes to really be at one with the simulator, as best as I can be for my sort of somewhat above average but quite mediocre driving ability. And by at one with the simulator, I also sort of mean feeling in control and actually being in control of the content, to the point that the events happening in the game were due to me making mistakes and it not feeling like the game was doing something totally arbitrary and ridiculous. I.e., from a gameplay perspective, when I crashed or did something wrong, it was entirely understandable that it was from me doing something wrong, not from the video game or simulator doing something completely unexpected. That's also driving a stage I've not driven before, well, probably did when Richard Burns Rally came out years ago, at no pace notes, and just jumping in and doing this. Now, I'm not a real race driver, car driver, or even a person. I'm actually from the planet. But I believe that race cars are designed to be drivable. They're specifically put together in reality so that someone, ideally a talented driver, can get the most out of them. And in order for that to take place, they have to make them predictable, responsive, and generally not vehicles that seemingly out of the blue spontaneously kill the people driving them. Now, what's fascinating is that Automobilista 1 came out in 2016 and is using a relatively simplistic, relatively being the key word here, physics engine. And I have to say, from a functional perspective, it drives better, this rally car, on this rally stage than any of the modern simulators that have come out. The force feedback is better than any other rally sim that I've played. The suspension and how it deals with the somewhat jarring low polygon track bumps and edges of the track is just on another level. And most importantly, the dynamics and the choices you have as a driver in how you can drive the car are on, again, another level to any other rally game on the tarmac that has come out in the last 10 years. So, as its primary function, which is a video game, and I think all these simulators, their primary function for us at home is a video game. I know a lot of sim racers are a little bit deluded into thinking that they will one day drive a Group B rally car, or maybe one day be a GT3 race driver or something. Yeah, maybe a few, like 0.00001%, and those few that do get to do that will be because they've become rich through business, not because of sim racing. But I realise some people, that's an inspiration, but the reality is pretty much everybody's playing these as a video game, and as a video game I'd argue this is a much better experience. The physics are more dynamic and interesting, it's less frustrating, it's more intuitive. Ironically, it's probably also more realistic, but that's not even the key point. As a pure video game, these underlying physics are just better. And many of these points not only apply to this, but also Richard Burns Rally, which came out 22 years ago. And I think that is a big problem, And this is why maybe some of my YouTube content and live streams seem a little bit more negative in some ways. Things haven't got better for 22 years.